December 20th, 1943. The skies over northern Germany. The U.S. 8th Air Force is conducting a major daylight bombing raid targeting industrial facilities in the city of Bremen. The outside air temperature at an altitude of 27,000 feet is 60 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. During the strategic bombing campaign, American bomber crews face intense resistance from Luftwaffe fighter wings and concentrated heavy flak batteries. Flying within the formation on this day is a B-17F Flying Fortress, serial number 423167, nicknamed Ye Olde Pub. The aircraft commander is Second Lieutenant Charles L. Brown. He is a 21-year-old pilot from West Virginia, flying his first combat mission as an aircraft commander with the 379th Bombardment Group based in Kimballton, England.
Upon commencing the bomb run over Bremen, B-17F is immediately bracketed by 88mm anti-aircraft fire. A direct flak hit shatters the plexiglass nose cone and disables the number 2 engine. Subsequent hits destroy the number 4 engine and damage number 3. The aircraft, significantly reduced in power and speed, drops out of the protective bomber formation. Isolated, the B-17 is attacked by an estimated 15 German fighters, including Messerschmitt Bf 109s and Focke-Wulf 190s. The sustained attack lasts over 10 minutes. The resulting damage is catastrophic. The rudder and port elevator are partially destroyed. The hydraulic, electrical, and oxygen systems are severed. The rear tail gunner, Sergeant Hugh Eckenrode, is killed by a cannon shell, and 6 other crew members are wounded. Lieutenant Brown struggles to maintain control of the hypoxic crew and the marginally airworthy aircraft, leveling off at roughly 1,000 feet and limping westward.
On the ground at a Luftwaffe airfield near Jever, Germany, Lieutenant Franz Stigler is refueling his Messerschmitt Bf 109 G6. Stigler is a veteran ace with Jagdgeschwader 27, having flown nearly 500 combat missions in North Africa and Europe. By December 20th, he is credited with 27 confirmed aerial victories. According to Luftwaffe regulations at the time, Stigler requires exactly 1 more confirmed victory to qualify for the Knight's Cross, Germany's highest military decoration. Stigler hears the distinctive sound of a damaged B-17 engine passing overhead. He orders his ground crew to disconnect the fuel lines immediately. He takes off, climbs to altitude, and quickly closes the distance on the slow-moving American bomber. He approaches the B-17 from the rear quarter, positioning himself for a standard attacking pass.
As Stigler closes to within lethal firing range, he does not engage his weapons. He later testified that he had never seen an aircraft sustain such structural damage and remain airborne. The fuselage is riddled with heavy cannon fire holes, exposing the internal framework. Through the gaps in the airframe, Stigler can visually confirm the crew is alive and tending to wounded personnel. He pulls his fighter alongside the cockpit of the B-17. He observes Lieutenant Brown physically struggling with the controls. Stigler recalls a specific directive from his former commanding officer in North Africa, Gustav Rodel, which stated that firing upon a defenseless enemy pilot who is bailed out is equivalent to murder. Stigler assesses that the condition of the B-17 renders it functionally equivalent to a man in a parachute. He decides not to fire.
Rather than attacking, Stigler maneuvers his Bf 109 into close formation off the B-17's right wingtip. His stated intent is to deter German ground anti-aircraft batteries from firing. Ground gunners are trained to hold fire when a friendly fighter is in close proximity to a target.
Stigler attempts to signal Lieutenant Brown to turn north toward neutral Sweden, a flight time of approximately 30 minutes, where the aircraft and crew would be interned for the remainder of the war. Brown, unclear on the German pilot's intentions, continues flying west toward England. Stigler maintains formation with Olde Pub until they reach the coastline and the open water of the North Sea. Having cleared German-controlled airspace, Stigler offers a salute to Brown, banks his fighter away, and returns to his base at Yevor.
Charles Brown manages to pilot the crippled B-17 nearly 250 miles over the North Sea, executing a successful landing at RAF Seething in Norfolk, England. During the subsequent intelligence debriefing, Brown details the encounter with the German fighter escort. Allied High Command classifies the report as secret, ordering Brown and his entire crew not to discuss the incident. The rationale is to prevent humanizing the enemy and potentially reducing pilot aggression in future combat. Franz Stigler also never reports the incident to his superiors, as sparing an enemy combatant aircraft is a court-martial offense in the Luftwaffe, potentially punishable by death. Both pilots survive the war. Stigler eventually relocates to Canada in 1953. The incident remains unacknowledged for 43 years.
In 1990, Charles Brown places an advertisement in a German fighter pilot's veteran newsletter, seeking the pilot who spared him on December 20th, 1943. He receives a letter from Vancouver, Canada, signed by Franz Stigler. The two men agreed to meet in Seattle. To verify Stigler's identity, Brown asks him to describe the specific damage to the B-17. Stigler accurately details the destroyed tail gunner section and the precise squadron markings on Olde Pub, confirming he was the pilot involved. Following this verification, the two former adversaries remain in contact for the rest of their lives. They die 6 months apart in 2008. Stigler in March at age 92, and Brown in November at age 87. The event remains one of the few documented instances of deliberate aerial mercy during the Second World War.